All right, folks. Howdy. Let's get to it. We have a lot to cover tonight, so I'm going to do a quick solar report, and then we're going to do a second stream tonight of the spiritual realm, and the gym and everything will be the second stream tonight. So I want to bang this out real quick, okay? This solar report is for the solar enthusiasts and the weather enthusiasts, earthquake, blah, 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 blah. We're going to get that out of the way, and then I'm going to come back for the spiritual part, okay? And that'll only be for a certain audience, okay? All right, let's get Boogie in here. All right, first off, let me pause it on this frame right here and bring it back. Right here. Well, that's a good shot of it right there. Okay, here you can see our round object. Let me even tint this out a little bit better for you. Okay, no hiding it anymore. All right, there's no more playing games. It's there. All right, you can clearly see what it did. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this loop. Whoops, let's not reverse it, but now I want you to watch it come out nice and slowly from this region right here. Watch when plasma goes over it. You see how it paints it? Paints the target. Okay, there's no more hiding it anymore. And that's just one of many. Okay, it's not just one object, there's many of them. Okay, but this one was captured crystal clear. All right, something else I want you to take note of here. Let's pull the tint back in a little bit more, is the date. This is June 2nd. This is yesterday. I failed to do a report last night on this because I can't tell you. Let's just say it's been a rough day. So this happened yesterday, June 2nd, okay, 2023. Just watch it there a couple times. I'll make it a couple more passes there, this loop, and then we'll get to today's June 3rd. There wasn't much today, so the main event of our solar activity was yesterday, and this object right here, okay? This is no joke anymore. This thing is headed earthbound, all right? Despite which direction the CME is heading, this thing is headed towards us, all right? I can guarantee it. I know that everything that's coming out of here is headed to Earth because we are in a season. Let's just say a season, okay? I think you guys are well aware. Now, you've seen enough of that. If you want, come over to the instrument, play around with it yourself, go frame by frame. I don't have time for that right now. So much more important stuff going on. All right, so now we are going to play June 3rd's. Okay, whoops, June 3rd, please. There it goes. Let this loop load up. There's not much to see today. Okay, that's why we're just banging this one out real quick. And pull this back. Just tap it and screw over. There we go. Alright, pull it up. You can see we have some normal flare activity, some normal sun activity, okay? Which is good. But you see this little object go in right here at the last minute? I'll just move my fat hand and stuff out of the way. There it goes. Okay, so some objects heading in, they bounce off, they come out at different angles. Okay, boom. Slow motion CME in this region, right here where this spire is coming off. Okay, but not much to report for June 3rd. Uh-oh, hang on. Let me just... something happened there. Alright, there we go. We're still alive. Alright, good. Okay, thank you, folks. I'm trying to do the best I can here with what I got. So, I'm low tech, but I got the best info, alright? And you guys are an elite group, and you will soon see why later tonight. The gloves come off, okay? Okay, so here we go. This is our activity for today. So we come over to this instrument now. Okay. I already have this pulled up. You can see today was pretty quiet right here. Here's yesterday's event. Okay, there's our little object right there, it should show a slow motion CME. It's probably the transition right here. I don't know. But anyways, today was pretty quiet, all right? There's a little pop already for tomorrow's report. I'm not going to give you a preview tonight of that. We have more important fish to fry. Okay, let's just go ahead and scroll on down, bang this out. Most of these are beta gamma, or a couple are beta gamma. The rest are not too significant. Let's scroll over here. You can see our KP index is fine. Our auroras, just real quick, take a peek at these. All right, they're still glowing green. They're a little offset, okay, but it is what it is, okay. You can come over to this instrument as well and click on this and look around some more if you want. I don't have time right now. We're just banging this out, okay? Here's this old image. Yes, yes. Let's open up the tracker. I need to see something if it's been updated. Okay, guys, let it update real quick. It's showing just a small something over here. See this? Move the cursor. Let's zoom in just a tad bit more for you. Alright, well, that's good. Scroll. Come on, load up tracker. It wasn't much to see. It was just a small blast going in this direction. Regardless of this blast, there it goes. See, it's really faint. We have other stuff on the way, okay? And you know what I'm talking about. You just saw it. That was on the 2nd. It'll probably be here on the 5th. Okay? Takes 3 days roughly for at that speed for it to reach Earth. So roughly 3 to 4 days, that object will be interacting with us. Will have arrived, let's just say. And lately, a lot of these aren't leaving. It's not like they just pass by and continue on. Astrophysics is all changed now. Okay. All right. So bing, bang, boom. That's good enough on this instrument. I'll take you. Oh, I have to load up the Schumann. It was jammed up and was jamming up all the other sites. But what we need to do is come over here. I already got this set up. Here's the southern vortex. Okay, just off the hook. Okay. Clearly just this central eye portion right here in Antarctica. All right, even has a sub-vortex going over here. This is not what I really want to report on. What I'm going to talk about now is our polar vortex, and now everything from that is rotating around the center now, okay, and it's reaching all the way down the mid-latitudes. Everything is going backwards. If you go watch Andy Hill's report today, he talks about, go to Andy Hill, the meteorologist, with Ryan Hall. He's the other gentleman that contributes. Andy Hill's a very smart meteorologist. I respect his opinion very much. He was talking about weather going backwards today. He said it's kind of odd how this weather is now traveling backwards. And it's due to our upper level flow now. Okay, this is way up there. This is the top level, okay? It's rotating backwards now. Okay, I don't have time to do the SO2 and stuff. What I really want to show you, let's just pull back a little bit so you can see how, here, let's go in a little bit. I want you to see on this side. All right, here's the central point right here where the arrow is. Look how broad it's getting now, all the way down to this blue barrier in between. This is the southern jet. Let me rotate the planet now. Okay. Here's America. All right. You're looking at America, and you're looking at the upper level going backwards now. And it's stalling storms that are going this way. They're slowing down. We are having our tornado incidents here on the Rockies because everything's moving this way. Okay, that's why it's all happening against these mountains and stuff, because this shit's flowing backwards. All right, now this is the way up there. This is the upper level. Let's come down a little bit to our upper level jet streams now. Look how haywire all of our jet streams are. Okay, do you see how they're all buckled now and diving down because the upper level is going backwards? See how this comes in, but then just dives down, hooks, comes up hard, dives down. See how all this stuff is buckling up? Okay, and you can see that's the United States. Let me go in on it. All right, there we go. It adjusted. So you can see we have these huge vortexes up here in the north. We have another, let's see how it's just taking all this stuff and making it really intense. Okay, these are intense winds. The coloration is the intensity of the wind. Okay, so pull back just a little bit and take a good peek at that, folks. All right, now you see that our backwards upper ionosphere is having effects on the lower. And what looks like a crazy face here is this spinning eye with a opposite spinning eye like before with this nose and this big smile. Right here. I don't know if you guys can see that face, but it looks kind of evil, doesn't it? Or maybe it's happy and it's smiling, but it just, that's an odd feature we have going on over the United States of America. And let's just go around the world real quick. Let's go look over here. This is coming off of northern China, hitting North Korea. You know, these clowns tried to send up some killer satellite and it went down. They should know better than to mess with the Lord. Okay? I'm telling you, God's here. It's not a game anymore. These guys are going to pay dearly. They should all repent right now while they got a chance. I mean, the signs are taking out their places. Saudi Arabia. We'll talk about that a little later. Very deceptive what they did. Anyways, you see this flow just going really intense across the Atlantic, going and hitting Africa. All right, it's coming down low here. Boom. All right, just the craziest weather, and then we got this goofy looking face right here smiling at us. All right, so there's that. Now we need to get over to the earthquakes. Cool. Got like 9 people. All right. Well, most of you guys will watch this later. Anyways, let's get into this. Pull it up real quick here. Our deep quakes for today are this one right here. This is a 4.4 at 466 depth. All right, that's semi-deep. This one's even deeper. This is a 4.4 at 584. Okay. This one was at 1490 or 1449, and this one was at 1653. So this one up here happened first, then this one happened, then it triggered a 5.3 on this ridge right here on this fault line. Okay, right up at the top, boom, is our 5.3 energy at the surface. Okay, entered this system already. Over here, it dumped off a 4.8. This one was there from before. It was a 4.6. Okay, then we come over here. This is residual energy, yeah, after the deep quake. This is a 5.0 at a depth of 48, backed up by, come on, give me this one too, a 5.2 at a depth of 113 in this little deep zone right there. Okay, there's another one underneath it here. Boom, we have the 4.7, so almost 2 5s right there, and that's a junction point. See this fulcrum point right here? That's where this energy came in. It even activated this lower little quadrant. Okay, see how this fault line comes in? It set off this quake, and then it backed up and got this one as well. Okay, so 4.7 there and 5.2 there. Okay, then come on, disappear. Then as we go further into the system here, we come up here, we check this quake real quick. This is a 4.6 at a depth of 10. All right, that's on land too. That's not near the fault line. So Then the rest of it's kind of naked. Let's get this one up here by Japan, 4.8 at a depth of 76. 4.9 at a depth of 62. Come on. You know what? Let's just zoom out. Okay. Anything? That was it. Past the pinch point. Do we have this over here? 4.6. Okay. Oh, that's what I was going to say. So we have this 4.6 right here. This one up here in the corner is not it. So 4.6 energy came in here. It rounded this corner. And I want you to see something here over California. As soon as we get this thing to load up. Come on. Actually, USGS wasn't loading up before my show here. It took quite a while to get the USGS site up today. All right, so you see here at Clear Lakes, we have our small quake swarm, a series of quakes, but this biggest one is a 4.5 at a depth of 3.8. Okay, that's a very close surface quake. Northern California had a 4.5 today at the geysers, with some other 2.7, 2.8, 2.9, so almost 3 energy, around 2.5, mid 2.5 to high 2.5s with a 4.5 as well. Okay, so Northern California is rocking a little bit, all right? And that's not on the fault line, that's over here at a weak spot in the crust. Okay, we come further down the fault. Actually, mouse fart, 3.4. This is the one I want right here. This is on the fault, probably on a fulcrum point of 4.1 at a depth of 10 here, going down Baja. Okay, let's pull out. Come on, computer. Man, I need a faster computer. I wish I could have it take on AI. Come on, you stupid AI. I'll show you intelligence. Yours is artificial. I have real intelligence. This is 5.0 here at our fulcrum point, okay? Depth of 135. For this region, that's like the equivalent of a 5.5 at the surface right there, possibly. And we had a few little smaller ones around there, 4.3, 4.0, and the 4.7, 118. All these are kind of deep on the land. This is a deeper zone at this fulcrum point unless they're here in the water, or that's a 28.6 depth, all right? So we had a small little volley right there, okay? Relieve some energy. Not even close to enough. Something I need to talk about again here is the fact that we are not having enough energy release. There is going to be something. Come here. Zoom in. I want you guys to see this right here. This is Saudi Arabia and Yemen, okay, you guys? So we have a 5.4 at a depth of 10. Let's get closer in. I want to get them all, okay? All right, this is our flurry right here, our little swarm. The big one is a 5.4. Let's timestamp that 658, so 658. Let's start looking around. 4.9 depth of 10. That was previous. 4.4 depth of 10. That was previous. 4.8 at a depth of 10. That was afterwards. 4.5 at a depth of 10. That was previous. 4.9 previous, depth of 10. Previous to the big one, again, 4.5, depth of 10. So we had this flurry. All of them being previous to this one. It seems like all these other ones started, and then the 5.4 being the biggest of them all was the latest. So they kind of grew in size. And now we have a 5.4 there at Somalia. Okay, now that's this rupture zone. You see how, let me go just a tad and give, what is going on with the lighting here? Let's pull this over a little bit better. There we go. Oh, something happened there. Okay. Now, you see how jagged our fault line is here, like a saw blade, like, shark's teeth, just bam, 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 fulcrum point after fulcrum point on both sides. One here, one there. One here, one there. It's just all over. And then right here at this, come on, give me, right here at this fulcrum point area is our little zone, our swarm zone, okay? And this is where we had reported before, was just around this vicinity. So watch out, Saudi Arabia. Shouldn't have betrayed like you did. 4.7 at Africa, Ethiopia, but depth of 10, not much there. Okay, that's about all the significant stuff on our quakes. The rest of this is just not worth it right now. Okay, we got to move forward. I have too much to show for later, so I need to get this wrapped up, get my battery cooled off, and get started again for tonight's other stream. Okay, here comes our GFS model. Okay, I'm going to let that run. Date and times are up in the corner. The blue bar, you can barely see it, I think, is up there, so you get a little reference of it. I'm going to do a quick drag, and then we're going to wrap this one up, cool off the battery, and I'll be right back for the spiritual report. Okay, so let that rip for a minute. Oh my God, what was that? Dude, what was that just happened over here that broke up? Alright, let's that run again. I'm going to step aside. Watch the Rockies area now with this backward working weather. It just every day it builds here on the Rockies. What was it? Coming up right around here somewhere. That. What was that? Okay. Be right back. Look at that for just a second here. Talk amongst yourselves. And we wrap this up here in a second. And let me cool this instrument off. Whoops. Okay. Ow. Yeah, that's okay. I burned well. Okay. Alright, let's bang this out. Once it gets to the end here, and then we can go through it frame by frame real quick. I'll just highlight the convection points and, well, even this low that dips in there. Come on, hurry up. Sorry, I've got a lot to cover in the second show, alright? And I'm going to shut this one down here after this weather report and start up another stream in probably 20-30 minutes. Alright, here's the beginning of our loop. This is current right now, overnight hours, June 3rd into the 4th, morning of the 4th, noontime, end of convection, June 4th. Most of it's way out here along the Sierras and along this into Texas and Oklahoma, okay? Come over to this instrument, check it out to yourself. Ow. Okay, overnight hours, morning hours, noon, end of convection the 5th, okay, maybe down here in Louisiana, but pop-ups all along the mountains and stuff still. This low moving out of Maine. Overnight, morning, noon, into convection again. Pop-ups all along the Rockies and the Sierras, all along the mountains. See this stuff going up into Canada too. Even pop-ups possibly in Arkansas, Missouri, Texas. That's the end of convection, June 6th. That's what this is forecasted. It's not taking into consideration inbound energy and our object. But let's continue. Overnight, over here, pop-ups still continue. That's morning, noon, And then the end of convection again, pop-ups here along the Sierras, the Rockies again. This low wrapping up and getting out of there. This is overnight, morning, noon, and into convection June 8th. Now it's down here in Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, off the coast of Florida. We got pop-ups up here in Idaho, Montana, along the Sierras, the northern Rockies now up in Glacier National. Okay, that's overnight. This is morning, noon, into convection June 9th. Okay, overnight, morning, noon, into convection June 10th. Okay, Texas in here still. All right, New Mexico, Texas border, this area, it's all topographical. Pop-up thunderstorms now. It's all being contoured to the terrain. Here you see it get more intense overnight into the midnight hour. Okay, then it dissipates. Morning hours, noon hour, into convection June 11th. Again, pop-ups here in Nebraska, way up here, a lot of rain up in Idaho, Montana, northern Oregon, Washington, okay. Overnight hours, pop up here in Oklahoma. 5 a.m., that's morning hours, still around Oklahoma. That's noon. The end of convection, June 12th. Okay, this big ridge, low right here. Okay, really tight millibars right in here. Going to be really windy in this zone. Okay, pop-ups along the east coast over here. This low is forming off the coast over here. Let's go next frame. That's the end of convection, June 12th. Okay, midnight hours. Okay, this stuff blossoms out here in Colorado. Colorado, up in Wyoming, Montana, into Canada. Okay, here in Oklahoma, off the coast of the East Coast. Morning hour, noon, and into convection June 13th. This is this monster low diving in here. This is a 991 projected millibar pressure. And we have these intense pop-ups right out in front of it here in Nebraska, Kansas, up into Wyoming. All right. So this whole region, now watch as we go forward from here into the night hours. This is going to really blossom here. We're going to have possible tornadoes at night in Nebraska on June 13th. Okay, that's what this is showing, and it's probably going to be even more intense because of the object. All right. Let's just keep going. Sorry, I don't have time to play games anymore. Boom. Here we have it really intensify. We're in snow. Thunderstorms and snow right here. Thunder, snow in Wyoming. The morning hours of June 14th. Morning. Now we have this going on. It's the noontime. This is the end of convection, and I want there here, Iowa, Nebraska, all this arching arrow-shaped thing, all the way back up in here to Montana, up into Canada. Okay, this low is wrapping up and going back this way. This is that backwards weather, or no. Andy Hill covered that one a little bit better, but here we are. This is the midnight hours here in Iowa. So possible midnight tornadoes, nocturnal thunderstorms, heavy hail, huge hail. Okay. All of these are hail producers anymore. So every time you see a pop-up, just think golf ball to possible baseball size hail anymore. It's growing in diameter. The updrafts are getting stronger, holding the hail up longer so it can produce bigger size stones, shoving it higher up, colder air, holding it longer, all those combined together. Okay, you just watch out for the hail. Pretty soon the hail and the lightning might even be more devastating than tornadoes. This is the midnight hours. Okay, I don't even know what to say here. This is Michigan, Illinois, hitting Chicago, midnight, or no, 1 in the morning for them, June 15th. The 14th to the 15th over the midnight hours, hitting Chicago, hitting back here in Kansas, into Missouri too. Little pop up down in Texas. All this is all going to change, but this is what it's already predicted. This is in the morning hours, still residual moisture already left over. It does burn off. It doesn't. No, sorry. It sticks around. That's the end of convection, June 16th with this. So this is the morning. It's still, or the noontime. It's still there. That's the morning hour. That's midnight. So midnight into the morning. All right. There's still yellow there at 12 noon. That's the end of convection. Boom. Up in here stuff too. Let's keep going overnight. Morning, noon, end of convection. This whole half of the country looks a little bit quiet. Still possible pop-ups on mountaintops around here, whatever. But a lot of the juice is now over here on the East Coast. That's the end of convection, June 17th. This overnight. Are you shitting me? Look at this in Oklahoma and Louisiana in the morning. This is at 5 a.m. Pacific, so that'll be 7 a.m. in the morning. Violent thunderstorms already there. Dying off. And then that's the end of convection, June 18th, with all this in the Appalachian Mountains now, okay? Moving out off the coast, there's actually a clearing right there. More clearing. That's the end of convection, June 19th, and that's all our data. Major pop-ups along the coast here off of Texas, or in Texas, midway into Texas here. I'd say watch out, Tennessee, Virginia, North Carolina, Tennessee, South Carolina area, even down into Georgia, Florida pop-ups on the 19th, okay? So that's it for our solar weather, whatever report there. I'm going to shut this down and cool off the battery and get set up for tonight's spiritual report. And that will only be for the spiritual warriors. It won't be any weather reporting or anything like that. It's only for the brave, okay? It's going to be very disturbing, and I suggest you don't watch it unless you are one of the spiritual warriors, okay? That's it for tonight. For this one, I love you, and I'll be back in a little while with another stream. Go ahead and ring the bell right now. If you're not subscribed, that's your problem. You should probably subscribe, ring the bell, so you get the alert when I go live here in about maybe 20 minutes. I'll try to squeeze it in by the top of this next hour. So it's half past the hour right now. So at least within the next 30 minutes, depending on how quick my battery cools off. All right, that's it for right now. Look for the next stream in about half an hour. All right, I love you all. I'll see you soon. Bye.